Hello. Hello. Hi, everyone. I'm just pulling up the stream on my phone. It's fine. Everything's fine. We're professional. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Clicking Bricks, March 2026 Releases Edition. Welcome in. I'm your host, TJ, and the first question, the burning question I'm sure everyone has is, where's Amberlia? Where's our other lovely co-host? And unfortunately, the answer to that is that she is working. So she is unavailable for the releases stream, but we still want to get the releases out to all of you. So we are here, we're hanging out, and we're going to chat all of the March releases and even a couple of other things like, Pokemon and couple other stuff. But yes, welcome in everyone. Hello to Replay Gang as well. Actually, remember to say hi at the beginning of stream. Welcome in Replay Gang. Replay Gang, if you're watching, make sure to comment down below about whatever we talk about during this stream, whatever releases you're getting. Yes, welcome in PBJ here before the stream started. Welcome in PBJ. Hi Shaq. Welcome in Shaq. KO, welcome in. Yes, hello. This is not a school assignment. This has nothing to do with school, which I am not in. And Tolengard, welcome in. Welcome in to all of you. Good to see you all. So we are here. Let me get up the banners. Small talk. So small talk's gonna be short because it's just me, and I don't have anyone to talk to in the stream, just people in the chat. Of course, I do have all of you to talk to in the chat, but small talk is a little bit different. But yes, welcome in everyone. Hope you all are doing well. Let's see, what have I been up to recently? Well, since the last time I was on Clicking Bricks, I built the Dragon of Life Ninjago set. Looks really good. Very, very nice. I like these wings better than I thought I would. Folded out, they're not super great, but they make for really compact display storage. So it works. And yeah, they look like that folded out, which is not a great look for a dragon wing, but maybe it'll look better in the show. We don't know what this dragon's going to be up to in the show, and so we'll see. You guys even talking about? I don't even know what you guys are talking about. Other than that, I haven't really been up to too much, just normal TJ stuff. So yeah, we're not going to waste any time here. We're going to get straight into the news. So let's do the thing. Do the thing. Totally professional. Do the thing. Hi, Indulgent. Welcome in. Good to see you. No worries about the lurk. Good to see you. All right, let's see. Yeah, we're here on our own for anyone just coming in because Amberlia is unfortunately unavailable. But let's do the thing. Let's do the thing. Share the right screen and get the right camera up and do the right banner. Okay, first off, here, before we get into the full on March releases, I will remind you all once again that we do have Pokemon releasing February 27th, a couple days before March 1st. We already covered this in February releases, but I'll bring it up again since it is very close to releasing, only a couple days as of the time of the live of this video. So there are 3 Pokemon sets, Eevee for 60, Pikachu and Pokeball for 200, and Venusaur, Charizard, and Blastoise for 650. And of course, with Blastoise, you do get the Kanto region badge collection. That GWP was available with pre-orders, and it should come back on release day. That's what this seems to indicate, that there will be more. So we shall see. We'll see. And then as well, I don't have it pulled up, but there will also be uh, an insider's reward as well. The little, I think the visitor center. We covered it last time, so again refer back to our previous coverage of the February releases. But yes, all of those things will be available for all the Pokemon super fans, such as Nodex Shack. Shack, I already covered this once, and that's not the February releases are not the focus of this stream, so it's fine. We're fine. But yes, Pokemon releasing very, very soon. So make sure you guys are ready if you are a Pokemon super fan, such as Shaq. Uh, yeah, but Shaq, I would have pulled it up for February releases if it was a February release. And all of that was a February release, and we already covered it in great detail. So again, refer back to February releases for more details. But yes, there will be these sets, the GWP only with purchases of the big set, and the Insiders Rewards. So if you're interested in Lego Pokemon, if you want any of that stuff, be prepared because based on the reception of like pre-orders and things of this, these things are going to sell well. Yeah. Okay, just got the EV, so you can get the Pokemon Center GWP. Very, very nice. Very nice. Good stuff. So I'm assuming KO, you'll redeem that code and then place your order for EV. Yeah. Yeah. Makes sense. Makes perfect sense. And I do like that they have a bit more of an affordable one amongst the group. I mean, $60 is still a lot, but much more, it's much cheaper than either of these two. Pre-order the big one, Shaq? Yeah. Yeah, and I'm assuming you got the GWP with that, or you will get the GWP with that. Yeah, I think part of the reason why um, Lego offer the GWP with pre-orders is because they know there's going to be high demand for this set, so they want to get some of those out of the way already. So, gonna redeem the Pokemon IDK. I'll open what I'll order to redeem that. I mean, all you have to do right away is redeem it, because then once you redeem it, as long as you like place an order with your code, with the redeem code within I think 60 days, Lego will send it to you. So that's just for that item, it's just a rush to redeem it. It's not necessarily a rush to place an order. So, oh, you can't get it because you're out of points. Oh no, KO. IDK, if I rush to get Pikachu or EV, might wait for a sale. Yeah, I might place a BAM order or something. Yeah, you just place an order whenever it's convenient, as long as it's within the period that you redeemed, as long as it remains eligible, you can get the reward no problem. But yeah, so that's Lego Pokemon. Pokemon releasing on the 27th, 2 days before March 1st. So be prepared. All right. Next up, we're going to switch to captions. We're going to get these out of the way. We've talked about them on this stream already, but we're going to talk about them again. Lego Smart Play, the first Smart Play sets under the Star Wars theme, will be releasing March 1st. We get a total of 8 sets. We have the Throne Room Duel and A-Wing for 160. That includes a Smart Brick. I'm going to jump around to the ones that include Smart Bricks. You get the Luke's Red 5 X-Wing for 90. That includes 1 Smart Brick. This one includes 2. This one includes 1. And the Darth Vader's TIE Fighter for 70. That includes 1 Smart Brick. So saved exactly 2,500 points to you 2571. Wow. Oh, you spent all your points on the Britastic Lego Store haul. Ooh, interesting. Yeah. So then, yeah, so you have three sets that are Smart Play all in one. So that includes the Smart Brick and the Charger. And then there are 5 sets that are Smart Play compatible that are set up for the Smart Play system, but don't actually include the Smart Brick. So you would have to buy a set with the Smart Brick in order to access all of the intended features. But we have the Smart Play Millennium Falcon for $100, Smart Play Mos Eisley Cantina for 80, the Yoda's Hut and Jedi Training for 70, ATST Attack on Endor for 50, and of course Luke's Land Speeder for 40. So we have a number of Smart Play options here available, Smart Play and Smart Play compatible. But do keep in mind, with any of these Smart Play compatible sets, if you want access to full features, you are spending whatever the price point is, plus a minimum of $70 to get a set with a Smart Brick. And that's assuming you pick the cheapest one, Darth Vader's TIE Fighter. I do not want to get any of these. I did actually see these. I saw these early at one Meijer location. I saw all the Smart Play compatible sets except for Luke's Land Speeder. So I saw 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the only one with a Smart Brick that I saw was the Throne Room. So yeah, it was interesting. Reviews have been popping up, not by Lego ambassadors, but by other independent reviewers. It's been very interesting to see what the Smart Brick can and can't do, and how they interact with the different sets, and also kind of illustrating just how much you have to spend in order to do certain things. So it's been interesting. It's been interesting to see these. Some of the noises they make are funny. Most of the noises they make are just kind of whatever. There's a few good things. I mean, we've talked about our opinions on Smart Play on previous Clicking Bricks episodes before. Um, I think Smart Play does have potential, but Star Wars is not necessarily the right theme to be in for Smart Play. But I think they did it because Star Wars has that wide audience appeal of all the Lego themes. I would say it's one of the biggest audiences of, if not the biggest. So you're on your phone because your internet cut off. Oh, that's no good. That's not good, KO. But yeah, so yeah, that's Smart Play. Again, very interesting. I mean, Smart Play is the kind of thing that I'd buy if I had like silly amounts of money to burn, just to like have fun, do funny things on stream and whatnot. I think it'd be a fun experience, amusing experience to build. But I feel like I'd get bored with these after a few minutes, uh, or maybe like an hour of messing around with them at most. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see what Lego does with Smart Play. But these are the Smart Play sets releasing, and I should add, in addition, these are only in 6 countries. I think it's U.S., UK, Germany, Poland, Australia, and I'm forgetting one. I have them written down. France. So only 6 countries get the Smart Play, get the Smart Brick to start. We'll see if that changes. We'll see if these sets get released in other countries. But so far, it is just those 6 countries that will be getting these sets. So that is Smart Play. We've already talked about Smart Play a lot on this channel. So again, refer to our earlier episodes. As long as you've been keeping up, you know what we've been thinking about. I think Amberlia pre-ordered one of these. I want to say it was the X-Wing to try out the system to see what it's like, and I think that makes sense. Um, I think that's all right to do, but I, for one, I do not think I will be partaking in any of the Star Wars Smart Play sets. Maybe if it pops up in another theme I'm more partial to, then we'll see. Yes. Anyway, because we say anyway all the time. Let's move on. We're moving quick. Moving on straight to the March releases. Now we're going to cover everything else. I'm not really doing a big envelope here for the rest of these because you see there are a lot of tabs, but there isn't a whole lot in each category. There's not a whole lot to cover. So start off start off here. We have our one and only Lego art set. We have the bridge over a pond of water lilies art set for $250, 3,179 pieces. It's it's a Lego recreation of a painting. It looks all right. It looks kind of a pain, kind of like a pain to build. Very much like an art slash botanicals set, your standard art slash botanical set, where the end product looks great, but it's a real pain to like get all of these things in there and get all of it aligned, at especially with all these like bar pieces, and you got some swords and different butterflies. There's a lot of nice parts usage, but yeah, it's I don't know. It does not look like the best build experience, but the end product looks great. That's a very nice picture, very nice painting. Lego recreation of a painting. The frame is pretty thick there, so I'm not sure how far back the actual like painting part goes into the frame, or how much depth there is of the painting part. I'm assuming there's like a little bits of space in there so that you can hang it up on a wall, and maybe they demonstrate that somewhere. Now you have some purple carrots. Maybe those are lavender. I don't know for sure. I don't know my purples. There's a person messing around with it, hanging it on a wall. There it is on a wall. Yeah, see, there's a lot of empty space in the back. It looks like almost 2 bricks worth of empty space. Maybe a brick and 2 plates worth of empty space, just so you can hang it up and make sure it's solid and all that. So it's cool. It's all right. It's art sets aren't really my jam, but they have some nice parts usage, like the little like painter piece thing in that blue color is very nice. I think that's like a shield piece there. That's pretty cool. Of course, the katana's over here in lime. That's already a color that exists, but it's nice to see. Yeah, it's a nice set. There it is again, hanging up. Yeah, there it is. There's that. That's your art set there. So that's our one and only art set. Oh, indulgent. I see what you're doing. Pokemon. Yeah, yeah. Those are our bridge over a pond of water lilies. $250. That again, that is a very high threshold. That's a very high price. I feel like it's a bit higher than it should be, considering there aren't other than there doesn't appear to be anything new. Just recolors of elements, nothing super substantial. So indulgent. We saw nothing indulgent. But yeah, yeah. So that's our one art set. Next up here we have Batman slash DC. So these got revealed a while back. They've been up for pre-order for a while. Four sets here. We have the Batman logo for $80, 678 pieces. Comes with 200 or two minifigs. One's a regular Batman and one's a gold recolor of Batman. It's very nice. Now we have the Batman Batmobile for $30, 330 pieces. Includes the Robert, what is it, Pattinson Batman? Is that how you say his last name? I don't remember. Uh, from the Batman movie, the 3 hour Batman movie that came out a few years back, and it's got his Batmobile. Second version of this Batmobile that they've made, and this is a bit more Speed Champions like. Accommodates I think it can fit two people maybe. I'm not 100% sure, but it's nice. I do like this. Another Batmobile here. We have the Batman v Superman Batmobile, $30, 220 pieces. Includes the Ben Affleck Batman. Um, Very different from the previous version. The previous version was, I think, mostly black instead of gray. Came out in 2016. Had a special like two molded pieces for the windscreen. So they've changed it up a bit since then, and it looks nice. I'm guessing this better matches the movie. It's been a while since I've seen Batman v Superman, so my memory's not super fresh on it, but it looks nice. It looks like a fun little build. And then down here, we have $30, 272 pieces, the Batman and Robin Batmobile with the George Clooney Batman. Our first ever George Clooney Batman in Lego minifigure form, which is very nice. I mean, I know Batman and Robin is not a very popular Batman movie, and I totally understand why. But as a child, back when I, you know, was much younger, I did enjoy that movie. But it was very much geared towards a younger audience, and as I got older, I understood why people didn't like it. So, but yeah, it's cool and a very unique Batmobile. Not 3 years, more like 15, 18 years ago. Who knows? It's been so long. We have the four Batman movies on DVD: Batman Returns, Batman Forever, and Batman and Robin. I know they just made the big Batman Forever Batmobile, the big $100 one, but I really wish it had been in this scale instead. I think that would have been much better, and I really would have liked that. Yeah. So yeah, these are the sets. I'm not really interested in the Batman logo unless it goes on a significant discount. And as PBJ notes, adding the Batman logo to my list when it's on sale, that makes sense. Yeah, I'm not super interested in that. I have no desire for a gold Batman. I mean, there's nothing wrong with gold Batman, it just doesn't appeal to me. But I do like all of the Batmobiles. I do want to get them at some point, you know, later down the line, maybe when they get on or when they go on sale. It'd be nice to get them. So there's that. I do like my DC sets. I wish they'd do more than just Batman, but who knows? Who knows what they're gonna do? All right. Next up, we have botanicals. We have two botanical sets releasing in March. We have the Sunflower Bouquet, 686 pieces, $60, and the Magnolia Branches, 435 pieces, $50. Both of these do not have a brick built vase or pot or stand or whatever You will have to supply your own vase, as you can see. So look, you can look at the video there. There's just a bunch of stems. You will have to supply your own vase for this. But they do look nice. The sunflowers do look nice. I know they've done, I'm pretty sure they've done sunflowers before, but now they've got them here. Trying to figure out what that's just a leaf piece, I think it is. Why Lego not do Lego vase? I mean, that is a good question. Why doesn't Lego do Lego branded vases for flowers? Even if it's just like a vase with like a printed Lego pattern, that'd be kind of cool. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what Lego's up to. I don't know why Lego does the things that they do. But yeah, so sunflowers and then magnolia. Here's the other one. So this is $10 cheaper. Pretty nice. Again, needs its own vase, but you know, beyond that, it does look all right. Some interesting building techniques. Like they use some like gears and stuff in here, and some other flower pieces. It's always interesting, the techniques here. The botanicals aren't super pleasant to build based on what I've experienced and what I've watched people build, but the end product is really nice. So yeah, those are your two botanicals. So there you go. And you can and you can get a Lego gift card for people in botanical themed apparently as well. So next up we have Lego City. Two sets for Lego City. I don't know why they waited until March 1st to release these, but here we are. We'll start with this one over here. We have the F1 display truck with Audi F1 race car for $45, 508 pieces. So continuing with the like city branded F1 sets, although they've already retired some of those, oddly enough, but they're introducing another one. So it's just a truck and it can carry a car. So yeah, it looks like there's room for several of the minifigs here to all fit in. That's pretty fun. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Nice for younger kids who are into F1. But then the much more interesting one here, I think, is the police train heist. $200 for this. Of course, March 1st release. 13 pieces. And it's a police train. I had to say the train engine for this looks really nice, and then it's got a few different cars as well. You've got a place for, you know, a few different things to happen. So you can have the crooks have got a helicopter here. They've got a car that they can steal, a safe that they can steal, a prison they can bust out. So there's a lot of action that can happen here. You do have like one little crossing there for the car to interact with, and there's where everything fits. They're still using the powered up function. Like this train might get it when it's on sale. Yeah, this is a good train. It's a good set. I mean, it's expensive, but most Lego trains are. Yeah. So yeah, you've got the train engine, you've got the prison, you got the safe, and you've got the car. Get 6 minifigs. Ooh, you get the. I like this fig. I just recently bought the $20 set that this fig is in. This particular crook. I don't even know if she has a name. I have the box right here. I don't think she's not named on the box. Not that I can see. But it's nice to see that fig return in another set. Yeah. Yeah, it is powered up, so it does have the motor and everything and a full loop of track. So you can get all the action there, which is why it's so expensive because they include motorization. So, yeah, there's some different shots with it. Very, very fun there. Yeah, it's powered up and everything. Yeah. So there's the full rotation. Let's take a look at the video as well. Mute that. Yeah, there's like the little like whatever that I forget what that plate does, but it is there. Can bust out the criminals. It is an expensive set, but honestly, I'd rather, pay a little bit more and get this than do anything with the smart play stuff, to be quite honest. I think this does the job pretty well. But yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool set. So yeah, so those are our two city sets releasing. Obviously, very different price points there, but adding a couple more options to the city theme. All right, next up we have Disney. We have six sets for Disney. Very interesting. The big one here is Winnie the Pooh for $150, 13.99 pieces, which is all right. I will say the first thing I noticed here may be a little bit hard to tell, but one of the things you'll notice is that the hinge plate in Winnie the Pooh is the regular yellow, while the rest of him is the more like yellowish orange color. Lego did not recolor that that part to match Winnie the Pooh, and that is very disappointing. I know it's a bit of a nitpick, but it does stand. You can like see it from that angle. It does stand out a bit. I think Lego could have done better. Winnie the Pooh KO. But yes, he does have some action. You can pop his chest open to reveal that. Get a couple of minifigs there. That's very nice. You get the honey. Yeah, it's good stuff. It's been a while since I've looked at anything Winnie the Pooh related. I do have a vague memory of it from childhood, but it's cool. We get Kevin and Doug from Up. I have seen Up. That's not a movie I have to watch. Um, it's very nice. $60, 628 pieces. We get Sally's Flower Pot from Nightmare Before Christmas, which I've also seen. $50, 346 pieces. It's very, very cool. We have one Duplo set in here, Mickey Mouse Clubhouse with Minnie and Pluto, $50, 87 pieces. A lot of big parts in that because it's Duplo. Shaq. Yeah, we get another Winnie the Pooh set, Piglet's Birthday Fun, 544 pieces, $40. So this does kind of go with Winnie the Pooh. It's basically a cake with a brick built piglet attached to it. So, and then finally we have Monsters Inc. Brickheads. We have Sully, Mike, and Boo all included here for $25. Pretty nice. Nice little, gets some of the main characters from that. It's very nice. So yeah, good stuff. Good stuff for Disney. Nice, some nice different things in there. All right. Yeah, I don't have too much else to say about it, but yeah, if you are watching, and you see anything that you plan to get, make sure to comment it in the live chat, or if you're in the replay gang, comment it down below. And if you're on the YouTube side, make sure to like the stream and subscribe. And if you're on Twitch, make sure to follow and turn on notifications no matter which platform you're on so that you're notified anytime we go live. And if you're watching live, but you have to go and you miss part of it or you miss all of it live, you can always tune in to the replays of our episodes on YouTube. Call it Greg because it's not wearing pants. Oh, jeez. Anyway, next up we have Duplo Peppa Pig. We're getting three new sets. We're getting the Family House, $60, 84 pieces. Train Ride with Grandpa Pig, $40, 35 pieces. And the Tractor and Market, $20, 18 pieces. I haven't seen much of Peppa Pig. The most I've seen of Peppa Pig is some random edits that I watched for whatever reason, just like falling down YouTube rabbit holes, or the I'm Peppa Pig meme where people were throwing bacon on a frying pan. But it's cool for younger audiences. Again, I don't really have much to say about these, but it's cool. Oh, hi Shaq on the YouTube side. Wow. No, I've never seen a regular episode of Peppa Pig. Not in its original form. But yeah, so they're for your younger audiences, maybe, maybe if you have really young kids at home who are in the right age range for Duplo, here's a few options for you. All right, next up, we have a new theme to Lego with two new sets. We have the Lego Editions theme. So we have this one, the FIFA World Cup official trophy, 2,842 pieces, $200. I think at first glance it just looks like a very expensive $200 gold ice cream cone, but I'm also not into football or soccer or whatever you want to call it, depending on your region. So, you know, I will say it does look a lot like the trophy from what I've seen. And I think the coolest thing, and maybe we'll get a close up of it here. It opens up, but the coolest thing is that you get a little molded version of the trophy included in the set. And I think that's really cool to have in here. So that's very nice. And of course, this little base and everything that fits inside the trophy, that's pretty cool as well. And the fig's very nice. And yeah, it's cool. It's a cool set, and I'm sure it'd look great as like a display thing. It's just I don't see $200 worth of value there. And if you got like I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. But it doesn't really appeal to me that much, but I've never been into football or soccer or whatever you want to call it. So it's not for me. And I don't see a whole lot here is the problem. The gold's nice though. That's good. But we have the other one here, the soccer ball for $130, 14.98 pieces. I do like this one a bit more because I think it makes more use of what you get. So you have a soccer ball, nice innocent looking soccer ball, but it opens up to reveal this whole stadium setup, and I think that's really cool. $130 is a lot, but it is very nice. I think it looks good. Of course, it doesn't look good. Those I don't know about those stickers though. I don't know if I like that. They maybe could have been printed for this, but yeah, that's just me. But yeah, it's that's a cool feature that you're able to get the soccer ball to pop open. I think that's neat. And it's like I think that's much better than the trophy where it's just like the hidden thing. I think this is much cooler. You have this on display. Maybe you have some friends over, and they're like, "Hey, check out what this can do." And then you pop it open, and it's this big stadium setup on the inside. Whereas the other one's just like, "Oh, you can pop off this thing and pull out this tiny thing, and that's it." So yeah, that's just my opinion, though. I mean, neither of these sets really appeal to me, but they're cool for the football or soccer fans uh, who are out there. So yeah, cool stuff. All right, moving on. Next up, we have one Lego Fortnite set. We have the Supply Llama and Fish Stick Brickheads. Welcome in, Greg. Hope you're doing well. Greg, we've already talked about Smart Play, so you won't have to see that in this stream. We're currently covering Lego releases, and it is solo stream tonight because Amberlia is unavailable. Yeah, Fortnite Brickheads. I will say I did see. I don't think it's been officially revealed. Um, I did see another set of Fortnite Brickheads, another pair. I don't know how those are going to be available in what capacity. It said they were a March release, but I don't know for sure. And I can't show them because they're not officially revealed. But yeah, so be aware of that. But we do have these officially revealed for sure. 300 pieces, $25. Couple of couple of Fortnite characters. Looks fine. Not really interested in Fortnite or in Brickheads, but heard it was canceled or delayed. Who knows, KO? I mean, we'll find out. Yeah. Yeah, we already covered Smart Play and we didn't cover it for very long. Although, Greg, I don't know if you caught it when I talked about it on my stream yesterday, but I saw Smart Play sets early at Meyer the other day. I saw them early. First time seeing them in the wild. It was crazy. Anyway, yeah, that's our one Fortnite set for those of you who want the Fortnite brickheads. Next up here we have icons. 4 icon sets releasing. We've already talked about some of them a little bit. We have Lord of the Rings Sauron's helmet. We'll start down here. 538 pieces, $70. The big thing with this is that it includes the exact same Sauron minifig that's in Barad-dûr. So that's going to drive the price down to that minifig. Any smart bricks with mini dolls? Not that I'm aware of. Not that I've heard, KO. Not yet. And I don't think there are any coming anytime soon either. But yeah, Sauron's helmet. This is very cool. I want a Sauron minifig, so this is a perfect opportunity to get one. Once it goes on clearance, of course. But that's very nice. Then we have the Ferrari F2004 and Michael Schumacher. $90, 735 pieces. That's pretty cool for you F1 fans. Of course, we talked about this one a bit last stream in the Ryan Gosling episode. I suppose that's what it became. The Project Hail Mary set, based on the new Project Hail Mary movie, which is based on a book that came out like 5 years ago. 830 pieces, $100. First ever Ryan Gosling minifig. Very, very cool. Cool stuff. And includes Ryan Gosling's character and Rocky the alien. So, yeah, very, very nice. And then finally, we have the Ford Model T, 1,060 pieces, $130. You'll get the helmet, but no rush. I'm in the same boat, Dolan Guard. I'm in the same spot with the helmet. But yes, the Ford Model T, this has generated some conversation because there's an illegal building technique that's included that could put strain on the pieces. And then there's also another issue where there's like a gear function somewhere on the set, and if you kind of mess around with it too much, part of the Technic will fall out. So, Ford Model T looks nice, but keep in mind, Lego, it's possible Lego could fix it down the line, but keep in mind, if you're buying the set at the start, it could have some issues. There could be some problems with it. So, be aware, is all I will say. But yeah, it does look nice. Bit expensive, but nice. Of course, Project Hail Mary looks really good. I might actually see that movie when it comes out. A rare TJ watching a movie. And if I like it, then I might get the set somewhere down the line. And then, of course, Sauron, really, really good. All right. Next up, we have ideas. 2 idea sets we'll be releasing. We have the Orange Cat, 1,755 pieces, $100. Similar to the previous cat, the Tuxedo Cat, but not quite the same. Built a little bit differently, different colors. It's not just a straight up recolor. It's different, which I very much appreciate. I think it also does include 2 new eye colors for the cats, which is really, really cool. So yeah, that's pretty nice. We can take a look at it here. Yeah, so you'll even see you can like select the different colors. So you can go to the Tuxedo Cat directly from this page. That's really good. But yeah, the Orange Cat does look pretty nice. I think it's pretty well done. Yeah, and you do get 2 eye colors here. You get green and you get like this brown color, I think it is. Kind of hard to tell. Maybe it's brown, maybe it's orange. But either way, it's cool. Maybe the description will tell me. Yeah, green or brown eyes. There it is. And I think there's like blue or like more orangey eyes in the Tuxedo Cat. So you're getting some different eye colors out there for your cats. So that's pretty cool. And then the other one here with the floating sea otters, 1,234 pieces, $120. Wow. Wow, Shaq. Grumble, grumble, grumble. Wow. Yeah. So we have this. This is pretty nice. There are 2 otters here, bigger otter and smaller otter, laying on top of bigger otter. Very, very nice. Very cute. I'm sure our resident Otter Country person, Brooks Bricks, will be very interested in this set. Yeah, it looks good. Not something for me. The brick built giant animals aren't really my thing. but it does look nice, and you can remove the smaller otter from the build, or you can place it there. The base looks pretty good. I do like that. Posable. Yeah, good stuff. Very, very nice. And look, they even include a real life picture to compare. So yeah, good stuff. Very nice set. All right, next up we have one Marvel set, and it's just a Duplo set. We have the dinosaur Spidey Rex versus Green Goblin. So it's a Spider-Man dinosaur versus Green Goblin, and that's really all that it is. 25 pieces, $20. A lot of people prefer the this otter over the original. Yeah, I'm in that same boat as well. I think this looks much better than the original submission. So yeah, but yeah, only one Marvel set. Nothing too big there. Yeah, if you want a Duplo Spidey dinosaur for the young kids at home, there you go. Next up, we have the upscaled blue astronaut minifigure. Our latest addition in the upscaled minifigs. We've had the regular one, we've had the F1 uh, driver, we had Santa, and then for those who could visit the Lego house, the pirate. And now we have another one. We have the upscaled blue astronauts. So continuing with the space. So obviously a massive brick built version of a blue spaceman. And you get a robot as well. And you can sit him down. He's got a lot of the typical Lego minifigure posability. You can open up his head and put the robot inside, which is very, very cool. Looks like he measures, what is that, 26.8 centimeters or 10.6 inches. Trying to get my head wrapped around these. Yeah. With my Castle King upscale minifigure. I hope Castle's next. Be nice. Yeah, there's a robot. Oh, excuse me. They're cool looking. Yeah. Very, very cool. Robot fits nicely in there. I guess his air tanks are in a bit of a shamble in that picture. Yeah. My only issue with this is that the blue classic space minifigure should have been included, or at least been available concurrently on shelves. The blue classic spaceman minifigure has not been available with the modern classic space sets in the current form that they've been doing since the Galaxy Explorer. I guess even since the Benny's Space Squad, which is where kind of the current classic space design was introduced. We've had Benny, but that's not quite the same because the torso prints rubbed off and the helmet's cracked. The proper helmet did appear in the Ninjago Gamers Market back in 2020, and then you can get the proper torso from a couple of sets in, I think, the mid 2010s. But it is a bit of work to part the blue spaceman together in minifigure form. And I think the gamers market has gotten a bit expensive now as well, so that may be another problem. But yeah, it would be nice to see the blue spaceman make a return in a set somewhere. But sadly, Lego has opted not to do that. Is there a rumor that a blue spaceman minifigure is coming? I have not heard that rumor, KO. I think it'd be nice if there was, but I have not heard such a rumor. But yeah, it is a nice set. I don't know if I'm going to get this. It's nice. I tend to avoid things that are larger than fig scale when purchasing Lego, but this I will say is tempting. It is going to be a Lego exclusive, so deals are going to be a bit hard to find. Uh, but it is tempting for me to get this. It is very nice, especially because I like space, and I have the baby little baby astronaut, which will actually this will go. Hold on, let me get myself here. This guy. This will go pretty well with your classic, your upscaled classic spaceman. Also, we've never had it in minifigure form in red, so another fig they really need to introduce. So, yeah, cool stuff. All right, next up, quickly here, we have a London bus. because Lego just retired the previous mini London bus, and now they've decided to introduce a new one. 245 pieces, $20. The previous London bus was available for like forever. And I remember the previous one. I got it as a GWP on two separate occasions. The first time was summer 2016 when I bought a bunch of the Ninjago sets from that wave. I got that as a GWP because I qualified for it. And then I think uh, I want to say it was like December 2018, somewhere around there. I remember that because that was when I got the Quake mech, the Ninjago movie Quake mech, and I got that as a GWP a second time. And then Lego just stuck it on shelves, and it's been on shelves for the last, 7 years or so. And they finally retired it the last year, and now they've replaced it with this one that's, slightly bigger and more expensive, although, it's a small set, so it's not too bad. And it's just a London bus. So if you want a London bus, there you go. And you don't have the previous one, or you prefer this one, there you go. Yeah, London Greg probably is looking forward to this. I'm sure he'll get it. This one does have a removable roof, which the previous one didn't have. But beyond that, you know, it's all right. Not really my thing, but it's all right. Oh yeah. Ooh. Okay. Next up, everyone's favorite theme, Ninjago. Ignore this one. Ignore this one on the right. It's not coming out until August for us and June for the rest of the world. But we have two sets releasing. We have Lloyd's Titan Mech 15th anniversary, 1293 pieces, $130, and Jay's Dragon Mech Fight, 107 pieces, $20. This is a 4+ set here. I'll take a look at this one. This includes the mutation monster, which this is the second cheapest way to get the mutation monster because it is, of course, cheaper in the spinner. And it is the cheapest way to get this new version of Jay, unless you live in a country with the Ninjago magazines, where this will be coming out very soon. But yeah, you get a couple of brick built mechs here. You get Jay, you get the mutation monster, a few different accessories. Nice little set, a little 4+ set for the younger audiences. It's all right. It's cool. I don't know if I'm gonna get this one. I don't get every single 4+ set. Maybe if it goes on a decent deal and I think I can use it. But it's out there. But then the much more interesting one is the 15th anniversary Titan mech. Yeah, no, does not come with wings and a tail. It's like the Kai in the Kai mech battle pack. Yeah, we have the much more interesting one, Lois Titan mech, remake of the previous Titan mech from 2019. They have changed up the design significantly. It does look a lot like a Gundam, so I'm sure this will interest a number of people, including Mr. Alexandre 017. But it is very, very nice. Of course, it does also include 3 minifigs. I don't know if we're gonna get a closer shot of them, but there's Lloyd ZX, which is in a couple of other sets in the character display and the old town. So not a new fig. It would have been nice to get a legacy version of the Secrets of Forbidden Spinjitzu Lloyd, but I understand why they didn't do that. I mean, that kind of would have been a weird one-off. Much more exciting here is the inclusion of Grimfax, who's a high-ranking member of the Blizzard Samurai, who later defects and joins Lloyd in fighting the Ice Emperor. But he is a very cool inclusion and a character that's been missing from the Ninjago minifigure lineup for the longest time. I know people have also I've seen some comments online. Some people wanted Akita to return in minifig form. I do not think that would have been a good idea. I think it's fine if they had kept her out of it, that they kept her out of it. But I would have liked to see her brother Kataru, who has never received a Lego minifigure, appear in this set. That would have required a new headgear mold with the hair and kind of bear thing combo, but it would have been nice to see. Would have been very nice to see, but yes. And then, of course, we do also get the Master of Ice, Hibernus, who we'll see if we get a picture of him. But yeah, there's Lloyd's Titan mech in another pose, kind of with the shield here and the sword. That looks really cool. There it is again. This is going to be a very big set. Very, very interested to see. There's your measurements. So it's over a foot tall, 34 centimeters. This does look very cool. I agree, Greg. It looks great. I do. Yeah, okay. Here is the Master of Ice, Hibernus, Zane's predecessor, who later passes his element on to Zane in between the Serpentine War and the pilots, somewhere in there. But yeah. And of course, he did fight in the Serpentine War, one of many elemental masters who participated, and is a very cool inclusion to have here. Baby Spock, welcome in. Good to see you. We're covering March releases. But yeah, I did see this early at Meijer at one Meijer location, but I have already pre-ordered the set from Legos, so I decided to leave it as desirable as it was. I decided to wait for the pre-order because I'm gonna get double points from that. So, and unlike with the blacksmith that I pre-ordered and then canceled because I found it at Meijer early, that time I had Santa Bucks to get me an immediate discount, and I had no such incentive this time around. But yeah, there's Lloyd's Titan mech with a person messing around with it. Yeah, very, very big. I'm curious to compare this to the original Lloyd's Titan mech. I do have it still built. I've only done one modification to it, and that was giving it knees, and it's pretty much the same thing. So doesn't really matter. But yeah, very, very cool. So yeah, the shield comes apart in a couple different pieces. You can attach it to the back. You also get like these blade things. I think you can attach all the stuff onto the back of the mech, or you can put it in the mech's hands. So that's good. We need Easter Bunny bucks. Yeah, we do. That'd be good. Yeah, Lloyd's Titan mech. Very, very cool. A little bit on the pricey side. Not quite as good of a deal as Cole's Titan mech was when that came out. But still a solid mech. And I'm still very excited for it. All right, next up, we have Speed Champions. Just 2 sets for Speed Champions. We have the F1 Academy Lego race car, $30, 201 pieces, and the Audi F1 car, 216 pieces, $28. So I think I don't know much about F1. Just like I don't know much about whatever it was, FIFA or football. But I believe Audi is a newer team to F1, which is why they're getting a car to go with the rest of the F1 cars that came out last year. And then I don't know what's up with the Academy car. I don't know what that's about, but it's cool to see. Some nice colors in there. That's pretty good. Do like the Lego printing there. That's pretty fun. Yeah, very, very cool. Yeah, do like those prints as well. I'm assuming like some of these things could be stickers, but like that, the controller there has to be a print. So yeah, pretty cool. The F1 stuff is nice. Not something I collect, but very nice to see first. So for all you F1 fans out there, there you go. Yeah, good stuff. All right, next up, we have Technic. 4 sets in Technic. Headed out. Have a good night. Good night, Greg. Thank you for hanging out. Good to see you. Thank you for popping by. Big hearts. Hearts to Greg. Yes, we have Technic. 4 sets for Technic. We have the McLaren MCL 39 F1 card, $230, 1675 pieces. So one of the academies is Women's Training League. Ah, I see. Very cool. Very nice to have that as a set. But yes, we have another big buildable F1 Technic car. I think we had at least one of those last year, if not 2. So we have another one from McLaren. That's very nice. Then we have this BMW race car, $65, 747 pieces. Jeep Wrangler, 723 pieces, also $65. And a yellow motorcycle, 151 pieces, $10. So nice little array of Technic sets. Technic is not a theme for me, unless they did Ninjago sets, of course. But it is cool to see them. They are very nice. And then finally, for stuff on the Lego website, we have the final thing here, the Ocarina of Time, the final battle from Legend of Zelda, our second Zelda set, 1,003 pieces, $130. It's a nice set. I know nothing about Zelda, but it's cool. KO has pre-ordered this. Very nice, KO. Yeah, I believe the Link minifig is the same as what was included in the tree, the Deku tree, but the other two figs here are new, which is very nice. And you have this big buildable creature and this little setup here. It's all very good stuff. Looks very, very nice. And I have to say the minifig parts look good too. But yeah, good stuff. So you can set the minifigs up there. Yeah, lots of good things. Battling this monster guy. Your measurements. Yeah, very, very nice. Very nice for the Zelda fans. Look, he's happy. He's not. He's definitely, he's a paid actor, but he's happy. And he's left one of his bookcases open, and his plant's falling in between it. And he's got stuff on the floor, and his shelves look kind of messy, but he's fine. He's happy. Yeah. So yeah, that's our final set on the Lego website. So there's all of that. I will also note there are a few polybags releasing. I didn't pull them all up, but I did pull up this one because availability is somewhat shaky. They, who knows where they pop up, but we are getting an Animal Crossing polybag. Tom Nook polybag. Beware, everyone, it's going to take all your bells. But it is the same Tom Nook minifig that was in the Nook's Cranny set. So if you are just looking to get one of every Animal Crossing minifigure, if you already have that set, you have no reason to worry about this polybag. But if you don't, or if you just want the polybag anyway, here it is. A little $5 Wii polybag here. Sorry, just stepping away for a moment. There we go. But yeah, very, very nice. Very nice there. Cool stuff. And then one other thing we can talk about here isn't going to be on the Lego website, but this is coming out March 1st, is what I saw. We have the latest Lego house set, the I Love Billund set. This has 1404 pieces. I forget how much. I want to say it was 495. I forget the currency for Denmark, but whatever that is. I ran it through conversion calculator. It's like 117 USD is roughly what this is. So yeah, so it's that expensive. But we have a new Lego house set. So Lego house here, you got some printed tiles, you got the main house here, you got the big Legoland castle, you got some other stuff over here. All looks good, all fun stuff. Here you can get some other images of it. So it's our seventh one, our seventh set. There's the front of the box. Have you been to the Lego house? Nope. I haven't even been out of the Midwest USA. So definitely haven't made it to another country yet. I wish. Yeah, you get a look on the back of all the sets you can collect, and now it's there. It's the latest one. Eventually, they're going to run out of room on the back of the box. Landlocked. Yep. Yeah, Baby Spock, have you been to the Lego house? Yeah, 7 sets Or is anyone else? Saw there's that Bricktastic auction and it looked nice. Yeah, it looks like a nice set. Doesn't really interest me, and that's not just because I'm nowhere near Billund. No, but it's on your list. Nice. Yeah, it's not really something that would interest me, but it's cool for those who collect the Lego house sets. So if you are going to the Lego house or you collect all these sets, be aware you now have yet another one you can add to the collection. Yeah, and that brings an end to March releases. So let me do the thing. Hello, transition. Yeah, we're already at wrapping up. See, when you only get half the co-hosts, you get half the runtime apparently of a releases stream. But yeah, yeah. So that was March releases. We had a lot in there from Pokemon releasing on the 27th, a couple days before March, to Smart Play, to all of the other things in between. So much stuff out there. Let me know out there in chat, or if you're in Replay Gang down in the comments. What are you picking up March 1st? Are you going to pick up stuff right away? Are there things on your list? Um, let me know. I, for one, I'm definitely interested in Lloyd's Titan mech. That one's on my list for sure, and that will be coming to me as soon as they ship my pre-order, whenever that will be. Uh, yeah, beyond that, Sauron's helmet is on my radar. Batman sets are on my radar. Apart from the logo, just the Batmobiles that I like. Even Project Hail Mary potentially could end up here, but it's all dependent on sales and deals for me because that's what I'm about. I want deals. I don't want to pay full price for Legos things because Lego's expensive, very very expensive. So it's tough to pay full price for them all. Now the photo slideshow ready for tomorrow's Bricktastic talk stream. Awesome, KO. Very nice. Sauron's helmet was wearable. I'd consider it. See, the only reason I'm considering Sauron's helmet is because of the Sauron minifig. That's the main reason that I want it. If the Sauron minifig drops enough on Bricklink or on the aftermarket, then I may just buy it there and forget about the Sauron helmet because I don't really need the Sauron helmet. I want a Sauron minifig because I do really like Sauron, not only from my first watch through of Lord of the Rings, but also from the Lego Dimensions level that I played. He was one of the boss villains, and he's a very fun villain, and I always wanted a minifig of him, so it's nice to see him finally in minifig form. Helmet's cool. I got a custom version, but it's not the same as the real thing. Yeah. Yeah, beyond that stuff, I don't think there's too much. Oh, the upscaled spaceman. That one's pretty nice, but again, not really. I'm not 100% certain on that. It's nice, but it's not my favorite thing. There's higher priorities, and I prefer minifig scale stuff. And I have my minifig scale blue spaceman, so that's what I need. That's what I have, and that's what works for me. So, but that's just me. But yeah, yeah. Sorry, I'm just closing all my tabs here, so my laptop doesn't get as upset with me. But yeah, yeah. Let me know whether it's in comments, in chat, or in comments, both during and after, what you guys are picking up for March 1st. Whether it's or what March 1st sets I suppose are you interested in? I think day ones are becoming less and less common, but they are still happening. So let me know, you guys, if any of you are picking up anything, whether it's right away or somewhere down the line, waiting for a sale, waiting for a deal. Yeah. So yeah, we'll see. When you start shopping for mock building, I barely even thought about mocks KO. I need to get on that, to be honest. I do have a standard tab order out there in the wild. I am waiting on that for one particular mock, the Sora mech dragon that I want to build. I do want to continue with the space layout. I have been thinking about that a bit, and I don't know if I really want to continue with city space at the moment. I think I'd rather veer towards the Blacktron layout because that's what I'm really enjoying. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, uh, yeah, we'll see what happens with Brick World. We are getting close to the date here, getting closer and closer. We're only a few months away. Jeez. Oh boy. Oh boy. I guess that means I better get building. Yeah, good stuff. Of course, I would have liked to have Borg Tower. I did want to build Borg Tower since the theme is heights, reaching new heights, but that would have been a very ambitious project, and it's not something I could have accomplished in a year, I don't think. As much as I would have liked to. Yeah. Yeah, no, I need to get the space stuff cleaned up and maybe I don't really want to dismantle any of the city space stuff. Plus, I don't think it would do me any good beyond the base plates themselves because none of it's most of it's not in the Blacktron color scheme. But yeah, so I'll just I'm looking at them right over there. So I'm probably just gonna pack the city space stuff away and uh and yeah, worry about that. So I'm getting emails. And then make room for Blacktron. I do have some parts for Blacktron. I probably need to order more, so we'll see. But yeah, yeah, that's gonna be it for the stream. But a little bit of a shorter stream for you guys, but I suppose nothing wrong with that. Clicking Bricks should be back, I think, in 2 weeks, most likely, for our second Tuesday of the month episode. We'll see. Those episodes I will not do solo because those I think those much more, those require two people to talk about things, to have our regular episodes, to have a discussion live on stream. So hopefully Amberlia will be back and not preoccupied with work and be able to join us for our next regular episode. But that should be tentatively on the what is that, the 10th of March. So keep an eye out. Of course, turn on notifications on both channels, both Twitch and YouTube, to get notified whenever we go live. And also follow my Twitch channel. I stream on Mondays, and I'll typically let you guys know what the deal is with Clicking Bricks. Yes. Thanks for the stream. Thank you for tuning in, PBJ. But yes, thank you all for tuning in. Whether you were just here chatting for a few minutes, chatting for the full stream, hanging out for the full stream, lurking, or on Replay Gang, all the different types of viewers. Really appreciate each and every one of you. You guys are the best. You're awesome. Um, and yeah, that's gonna bring an end to the stream. Over on the Twitch side, let's find someone to raid. Yeah, hearts to everyone. Yeah, guest host. It was a bit short notice to get a guest host on this time, but perhaps if we need to in the future, we certainly can. I do know who I want to raid, although I probably should check and see what they're up to just to be safe. Make sure they're not wrapping up themselves. I don't think they would be at this time. Yeah, it looks like they're good. Okay, we are going to go say hello to our good friend. Yeah, KO, you've guessed it. Our good friend Dave, aka Mapping the Miles, over on Twitch. So if you're on Twitch, make sure to stick around for the raid. Supports this channel, supports Dave, and it's always nice to say hi to our friends out there. If you're on YouTube, the stream's just gonna end. But yes, thank you all so much. I can't do the fancy heart thing that Amberlia has with her cameras, but I can give you guys a nice big heart. Thank you all so much for tuning in. If you're going after Pokemon or anything on March 1st, best of luck. Hopefully the Lego website doesn't crash because that's been known to happen. Thank you all for tuning in. I've already said that already. You guys are fantastic, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.